Welcome to the first edition of After the Fact, and we'll be covering Wes Anderson's most recent creation, the Grand Budapest Hotel. The story revolves around an author's encounters with Zero Mustafa, a refugee who is under the tutelage of Monsieur Gustav H., played by Ray Fiennes, and how he comes to have an enormous fortune through wacky adventures. On his journey, he comes across many Wes Anderson alums, including Adrian Brody, Willem Dafoe, Bill Murray, Bob Balaban, along with other Wes Anderson regulars such as Owen Wilson, Jason Schwartzman. This was a movie I really did want to see, but the problem was I was in a really small town college, and they didn't have it in any of the theaters. Not even the theaters in the next town or the town after that. I would have to gone up to Uptown Theater, but then if I did want to see it, all the tickets were sold out. So I patiently waited the 4 months and saw it on one of the... Microsoft has some movie thing, and I bought it for like $14, but it was well worth it. So, well, with the review, when comparing this film, the Grand Budapest Hotel, to his later, or his early ones actually, like Bottle Rocket and Rushmore, you can really see the difference. Camera styles are the same. I mean, he still does the symmetry along with a lot of the tracking shots and a lot of the close-ups, but the one thing that changes is, I think ever since he did Fantastic Mr. Fox, he sort of steered towards the miniature, sort of stop-action way that it's kind of even coming more into his own. Now that he has a bigger budget, he can do what he really, really wants. You can see the birth of this coming from the Life Aquatic, you know, with the stop-action shark, and then when he has the little shot glass with the, not the shot glass, but the champagne glass with the little seahorse in it, flop around, stop action thing. It's sort of a big contrast between the most recent one and Bottle Rocket. Personally, I think Wes Anderson is one of the only directors who can get away with this. Like, if you think of, I couldn't see Quentin Tarantino using that type of effects and stuff for like that ski chase scene. No, I couldn't see it at all. I think why he's doing it is he can do it, and he knows he can do it, and he does it right. And he does it well. It's sort of pretty much, it's all about the spectacle in Wes Anderson's movies, but it's not like other movies where it's all about spectacle, but there's no character. With Wes Anderson movies, there is the spectacle, but then there's like this good, enduring story about growth in the main character. Prime example in this movie would have to be Zero. And Zero works perfectly because Tony Revolori, I believe his name is. I hope I got that right. I probably, whatever. He plays the perfect straight man, where when he encounters with these characters, for example, he's sort of like Brian in Life of Brian. He's just the sane one with all these crazy people running around. I mean, he's with his counterpart, Mr. Gustav H., and with those two characters, you know, the dynamicism of both of them really shows, it really brightens Ray Fiennes' comedic talents, which I didn't know he had. Well, okay, not saying I didn't know he had, but it was surprising. Like, I mean, that is Lord Voldemort, or if you've seen in Bruges, the main villain. But anyway, in these encounters with these characters, he learns certain things. When he's with Gustav, he really learns to be prim and proper and to have honor in doing what he does. Not honor, but pride in what he does and doing it right all the time. And then when he meets Agatha, he learns about love and how enduring love can be, and especially with Agatha. They end up getting married, and it actually shows a lot later in his character when it's the older guy, the older Zero, where he still has that feeling towards her, even though she's been dead for almost 50 years. And from this, even though there are such kooky characters, it shows that throughout the whole story, Zero did grow as an individual and became who he was when he was interviewed. Overall, I highly recommend this film, but I think it's not his best movie. I think, well, personally, my favorite's Moonrise Kingdom, but compared to his other ones, like Rushmore, like Royal Tenenbaums. It's more spectacle than substance. But I think if you really wanted to show your friends a movie, just kind of start off with them, sort of a gateway movie into his collection, I would highly recommend this one. If you stayed to listen to the whole thing, I thank you very much for your patience. If you have opinions on the movie and or the review, just comment below. Your critiques will help a lot. You can just subscribe to Majestic Bastard Media by clicking the subscribe button below. And, well, thanks for watching.